I pressed it. Oh my. Oh. Ah. Okay. Oh god. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This set sucks. I ate 26 to 30 with a burning passion. Alright. Other than that, we did lock in, we got it done, so that's all that matters. The way these videos are going to work, I'm just going to be giving a bit of advice on each floor at the beginning of the clip and then letting the clip play out how I did it. That way you can see how I did it and then it helps you if you want to watch that. I'm guessing it's probably why you're here. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube, they're not showing a lot of the middle floors, like the 26, 27s, 28s, or the 43s, the 44s. A lot of them are just jumping towards the boss floors, and I thought that would be a good idea to have the middle floors on YouTube, so if someone needed help, they could then watch this. Other than that, that's how it was going to play out, and let's just jump right into it. For floor 26, stunning the small enemies are your highest priority. It's easier when focusing on one small enemy at a time if you have someone like Lycan or Ambi. More so Lycan, he does tend to struggle a bit when stunning multiple enemies, unlike someone like Chingy, which is, she just excels at stunning everyone that's in her AoE radius. So stunning those guys, getting them out of the way is the first thing you should do. If you are struggling with multiple enemies at a time, definitely just take them out one by one, because this can be a bit over the top with ambush if you're trying to deal with multiple enemies and you can't exactly see which one is about to hit you because you can't hear it either. It's very easy to get hit by a stray headbutt and then lose like half your health, depending on if your agents aren't built properly. Moving on to the next tip. Smaller enemies, and including the boss themselves, they have attacks that are really easy for you to tell that you could counter them. You definitely want to try to find these ones that are comfortable for you to counter. This is a really good way to get pressure off of yourself and create space, especially in the cases where you're trying to fight one enemy and the boss keeps jumping onto you. You can then parry him, kick him away, then go back to the enemy and then sleep, yeah. And then you can sweep that last guy off the field and then you can just focus back onto the boss. And the third tip is making sure that your camera is genuinely always where you can see all the enemies. I know this sounds super redundant or silly or very simple, but often it's just the simple stuff that you miss that could just change your runs. So making sure that your camera is in a good position at all times will really save your bacon. Because I know there's some times where you're like, I'm fine and I won't get hit, and then you just get donkey punched for no reason and you got restart. So just make sure that your camera is in a good position, because ambush mode is not friendly at all. It's just not. Nah, that's not good again. I need to get Lycan in there. I need to dodge a bit more. Oh, I had max stocks already. Whoopsies. This dude, man. Okay, I got all my buffs up. I got all my buffs up. All my buffs. I'm out. Oh, come on. Come on. Got everything for this. Floor 27 is similar to floor 26. You might find it a bit easier to stun multiple enemies with Lycan or Anbi, since they are running at you rather than spreading themselves out, because they're not ranged enemies. You'll find it a bit easier on this floor. But that also brings me into my second tip. Don't be afraid to use your ultimate on this floor, or just killing ads in general, because you'll most likely just get your ult back before you need to then burst the boss when he's stunned. It's happened with me multiple times, so I would say don't worry about it. Just use your ult, burst all the ads out of the way, because it's better for you to know that you've probably killed all of them, rather than still struggling to fight multiple of them and you're just holding your ult and it's just sitting there not doing anything. So just let it loose, you'll get it back before the boss, don't worry about it. This might be a bit of a tough one as well. Wrong person. I'll do it. Cool. I did way more damage to this guy than the other guy. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. With floor 28, I do see a lot of people struggling with this floor, since one, this boss is very fast, and two, it's a bit of a cheap shot. It has a few cheap shot moves. In particular, there's one where he will jump back and he will shoot you, and it's quite quick. It'll probably do a lot of damage in this space or in this game mode. So yeah, definitely advise getting used to that. However, one of the tips I have for this guy is to stay behind him. He usually can't hit you very quickly because he does the same attack consistently enough to where you'll get used to it, or you'll see it coming anyways. And in this attack I'm speaking of is he'll look like he's charging up for an attack and then he'll just do a little spin. You can counter this move as well, and this is how I found it the easiest way to get past this floor. Just stick behind him and he'll genuinely just keep trying to do that same move on you to try to then get you in front of him so we can do the rest of his attacks that he has. But often he will generally just spin if you just stay behind him, which is quite funny. If you do end up in front of him, he'll then start hitting you with very fast attacks. two of them that you do need to be careful of. One of them is his bite attack. His bite attack, he hits you twice, or he'll do 2 attacks in the sequence for the bite attack, and this can hit you this will hit very hard. So what I would say is just dodge forward, so you then end up behind him and then go back to the original plan of just whacking him from behind, because he can't really do much but spin. The other attack is what I mentioned before, where he'll do a backflip and then he'll shoot you. Because this attack is very fast, sometimes it's hard to catch on before he actually hits you. He'll just do it so fast he'll hit you anyways. So more of the story, stay behind the boss for this one. Deal with all the ads like normal, stun them all, burst them down, all good. But for this boss, stay behind them, and you'll generally have a lot of easier time fighting this guy. Floor 29, in the best way I can describe this, is just simply it's gonna be a skill check. This boss is, well, at least for me, it's quite enjoyable. It's very fun, but he's very fast, and if you can't really get what's going on, he seems very unpredictable with his moves. Very floaty, very fast, a bit weird. But let me just break this down for you like this. The boss is actually a lot easier than you think, because he has a glow effect on his spear before he can hit you, and coincidentally the glow actually matches the flash timer of when you fight him outside of here, so it kind of doesn't make him any harder than he actually is. He's just normal, like in here and out here, because all you need to do is look for the glow on the tip of his spear, or just the spear head itself, the bladed part. And you'll know when the attack's about to hit you, and then you can do your counter, you can do your parry, anything to like block it, parry it, dodge it. You'll just know the timing once you just look at the spear a lot more. The next tip is the boss has a few options out of his lightning attack, but the lightning attack itself still follows the same principle as the spear glow. So he will charge up, do a little animation, he'll do a little spin, charge up his spear. When he goes to do a spear attack, a lightning imbued spear attack, he will charge it a bit first, and then you'll see a little flash from the spearhead again. then he'll do one of a few of his lightning moves. One that will catch you out, it was caught me out a lot of the times, is where he'll do 2 thrusts. The first thrust is fast, and the second thrust he'll shoot across the screen, but it's very fast because it will catch you after you've done the first dodge, so you need to dodge twice. But the main thing to look out for, you'll be able to dodge almost all of them because he only has that one move that will hit you twice in that lightning charge attack. Is just the thrust. All the other ones are just one time, you just need to dodge it once and then you're okay. But this boss in particular is about timing and just being very attentive, or just paying attention to what he's doing. I know you can say that for a lot of the other bosses, but this boss becomes significantly easier as soon as you can just look at what he's doing with his spear. It's just a dead giveaway. It's like ambush mode isn't even on because his spear flashes and you can just tell. Which segues into the last bit. When he does his, I would call this, I guess, his signature move, I guess his ultimate, he'll stab his spear in the ground, he'll spin it, stab it in the ground, and he'll crack the floor in a large radius. You want to stay away from the really long cracks because if you try to run away on those, you won't make it in time, it will hit you. So what you want to do is stay away from those and just run away in between the large cracks where there's a lot more cracks, but they're smaller, so you can just run away on that and you'll usually be safe. You should have enough time to get out of the way and dodge, but as long as you're not running on the long cracks, you probably won't get hit. Other than that, this boss is straightforward. You're pretty much just paying attention for the flash on his spear tip. Same thing for when he imbues his spear or lightning, and then he does have a little flashy anime move where he throws his spear in the air and then he rains down on you. Very explanatory. Just dodge the AoEs, and then when he's going to land on you, you can tell by the change in the color of the lightning. As soon as you see red, just dodge. Just dodge. You don't need to time it like crazily perfectly. The red lightning is a sign of telling you just dodge. That's all you gotta do. And honestly, this boss is actually pretty chill, to be fair. I'll be honest with you, I'm still annoyed at this floor. I hate this floor. But let's be adults here and be reasonable about this. So going into this fight, you just need to be aware you're probably going to be dying a lot. If you don't like fighting this guy, you're going to be dying a lot. To what in particular? Cheap shots and his hitbox. There are some attacks that Won't look like it will hit you, and they will hit you. Sometimes you get hit from behind, even though you definitely didn't mean to get hit from behind. Sometimes he will dash, and he will do 2 very quick attacks. One of them is a simple slap. It comes out very quick. You'll get caught off guard a lot. I did. So keep an eye out for that. And the other attack he will do out of a dash is usually a quick swipe with his lamppost, lance, whatever thingamajig he's got, a weapon. He can do other attacks out of his dash, but these 2 are the ones that will kill you the most because they come out genuinely instantly. Like it's like frame 1, they'll come out and hit you very quickly. So you just need to be careful about that. Other than that, he's the same for phase 1, as in if you were fighting the Dead and Butcher Reborn, that could do a dash cancel. If you're fighting him outside of this place, he's the same. Speaking of the dash cancel, great segue into the second tip. He will abuse this in the second phase, by the way, so you definitely need to be paying attention. Usually he'll try to abuse it to get out of his chain attacks. So if you're trying to defensive assist and build up data through defensive assist and eventually lead to a mini stagger throughout the sequence, he will dodge out of the last chain of that, and he won't get staggered. He will go into another attack anyways, which is very annoying. So essentially, be mindful of your defensive assists, and I guess be evasive is probably what I was trying to say. Use your dodges a lot. Sparingly use your defensive assists in this fight unless you know he's going to do a full chain, which is hard to tell, but it's the best way to then get a mini stagger on him and then beat him up. Leading into the last tip, which is funny enough, if this is not working for you and you've been slamming your head against this floor for 30 minutes to an hour, take a break. Take a break, take a Kit Kat, come back like a day or 2, because doing this again and again and again and again is not going to help you. It's just going to make your runs worse. Like progressively your runs are just going to get worse, especially if you decided to jump on it was only like, you know, 10 p.m. or something. I'll just do 26 to 30 really quick, and then you look back and it's like 2 because the boss is taking you like 2 hours to do. Yeah, it's not fun. I would not recommend it. So take a break, process whatever this boss has done to you for the last like 2 hours or however long you've been in here, and then just go back and then do it again, and I guarantee you your runs will just be a lot better than when you first started. Very good. 1, 2, next. Okay, I got no more now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Spin. Cool. Okay, cool. Stop that. He almost got me there. Cheeky, freaky. Okay, here we go. Boom. I'm gonna go now. Boom. Cancel that. How'd he back up? There you go. Okay. Okay, now I got no more. Careful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Kaku, get out of there, please. Thank you. I'm not surprised he dodged out of it, little cheeky bucker. Cheeky bugger. Let's get behind him. Just get away from him real quick. Oh, perfect. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Press him now. Press him now. Press this motherfucker now. Press him now. Oh, he's so close to death. Oh, trip it, just rip it, just rip it, just rip it, just rip it. I'm so glad he's dead. I tried so many times to kill this guy. Jesus Christ. That's 26 to 30, you're done. I hope you got through it. If you didn't, let me know if there's anything else you need help on. And leave any helpful tips you might have in the comments. Honestly, just helping each other would be great. If I need to do this set again, then knowing there's some tips to look at so I don't have to be staying here for 500 hours again would be amazing. But other than that, I hope you have a great evening, day, night, or wherever you are in the world. And just take it easy. Peace.